how good is Lightroom if you just have like an iPhone picture and you just airdrop to yourself?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Because
Such a long pause for such a
I mean, I'm just trying to think.
such a horrible answer in such a long pause.
oh no, I've never done it.
Good afternoon, everybody! Welcome to We're All In podcast on this beautiful Sunday, the 10th of March. Beware the Ides, beware the Ides. We are coming to you live with a great episode here on RTF, which is radio, television, film. Last week, we talked about finance, econ, personal finance, not as much of the LA Rams, and a bunch of great stuff. Jacob, what'd you think of that one?
That was by far the longest, and maybe the best podcast that we've done. We haven't had time to chop it up yet, but there's going to be some good clips coming out from that podcast. We got a great one in store today, though. Actually pretty unique, kind of something that I don't think either of us really know too much about, but we've been learning a little bit through this whole experience. Today our guest is the well-known around the globe JP Hite. Welcome. JP is architect major at the University of Texas. He's done everything from creating 3D figures that move on screen to running an Instagram page with over 1,000 followers. JP, what am I missing?
Now I'm currently diving into photography right now. Other than that, just taking basic classes, learning all about film. So that's pretty cool.
Are your classes like straight up, like just film classes? I see you watching films all the time for class, but
so for like a lot of them. So for 2 classes right now, I have screenings. So every week they block out a period like from 7:30 to 10, and we watch a movie. One is in film history, 1960 to the present. That's been like my favorite class so far that I've taken in RTF. And then another one's in like my other screenings in it's like intro and development of media over time. So that we watch a lot of like older movies.
Okay.
And like short kind of. So
is it the one you were watching the Japanese film for?
That was for the film history thing. So
what was the title of that movie?
Watch Tokyo Story. Apparently it's one of the greatest films of all time. So,
what do you think? What was your...
I thought it was good. I mean, it's black and white and it's in Japanese, so it's kind of... I don't like watching movies with subtitles because you can't really see the reactions of the actors. You're too busy reading, and it kind of like takes away from it. Mm-hmm. So that's why it was funny when I was watching that. Jack Severa walked in, and he knows Japanese, and there's Jang. Hi, Jang. It's like outside the window. And
do you guys watch? Did you guys watch like movies you watch? Are they actually movies people know, or are they kind of like obscure?
So like The Lobster.
It's gonna be a lot of I would say it's films people know of, except the development of media. That's like kind of
like
obscure.
old kind of stuff.
I would say y'all would probably know like Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin. Like we watched like a handful of their silent films. But we actually watched Casablanca last week.
I've actually never seen that.
Not a fan at all. I mean, that's another one of like the best movies of all time, and I'm like, it was boring. I thought I fell asleep.
Have you seen Citizen Kane?
I've not.
Oh, Citizen Kane.
I saw it somewhat recently. I mean, that's supposed to be like one of the best movies of all time too.
Yeah.
What do you think?
The audio is like just so poor because it's like from like I don't know the 50s or something.
Worse than season 1. We're All In audio.
It's right up there, and it's told. I don't like the way the story's told either. Like because the guy dies and they're like just trying to figure out everything, and it's basically told. Like that's the very first scene. Like the guy's dead.
I think I've seen like the first scene, but
yeah. Yeah, the first it's really not an exciting entrance to the movie, and so it's hard to like get excited about it, I guess. But
Mm.
then I had to read about it afterwards. So
Oh, I gotcha.
yeah,
It's funny. We just started learning about like radio and like upcoming and stuff, like all the broadcast shows. And Orson Welles had a broadcast show. It was called War of the Worlds. I don't know if y'all
right.
heard of it,
No,
and
of
how
course.
that's like completely just like mass across America just because of this show. I thought that was so funny. People like freaking out because like thinking Martians were coming in to invade America. But,
yeah. I mean, in War of the Worlds, the film with what's the guy, Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first film that really scarred me. I think whenever I was little.
Oh really? Wait, what's that about? I haven't. Is it kind of like the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, because War of the Worlds from the broadcast, I think, was then made into a book, and then
Okay.
like more stuff came later. I think it started out as that broadcast, right, and then it went into other media. So, Steph, you weren't always RTF. You were art and entertainment technology first. What's like the difference?
So with arts and entertainment technology, that's like a brand new major when I came into college. I guess the first they ever had it. And so I thought it was like lacking structure and like didn't like have a roots in anything. That's more like the 3D stuff that you were talking about. It's like 3D animation. It's more geared towards game development, I'd say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't play that much games. Not that interested in that. But I would say 3D modeling is pretty cool and animation. I'm a fan of that. So, yeah, so there wasn't really much structure behind it. So, I wanted to learn more about like the technical side behind like production. So I applied to RTF. The funny thing is, so with AET, you're not allowed to have a double major. Don't know why. Maybe they're like trying to develop the program and like keep people in. And so I like talked to the chairman of the department or something. And he's like, "No, absolutely not. You can't have a double major." I applied anyways, and I got in, and
so
that's
you
it.
just
Nothing
have one.
ever happened from that. Like,
yeah, so you just have a double major, like
yeah. I guess they don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand why.
RTF, radio, television, film. When you major in it, do you learn equally radio, television, film? Because to me, those are kind of three sort of different areas, but there's probably some in common. So do you choose one of those, or do you kind of do all of them?
Like a track, or
Say it's like film intensive. Not real. There's like no aspects of radio, I'd say, like at all.
That would be my favorite part of it.
Like mentioned, and like
Tom's an old soul.
But
I'm a diehard radio man.
when I look over the production class, there's like a whole sheet with like all the production tracks. There's like nothing for radio. I mean, there's stuff for sound and movies and stuff like that, but no radio.
They should have a Periscope production course.
There you go.
That's everything nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's moving that way, though. You know, radio isn't really.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you
come
still
on. Radio is here to stay.
When's the last time you listened to radio? Do you listen
to the radio almost every day through my phone.
What?
WFAN, New York Sports Radio.
Almost.
Wow.
I never listened to
it. Hayden Baggett is a DJ for the UT radio station.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like what is it? KUVX, something like that.
KUTX.
Yeah. So that's cool. I mean,
it is really cool.
He has like the 6 to 7 a.m. slot Tuesdays or something like that. So
he doesn't have the 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
the prime time.
For all you night crawlers out there.
Oh my god, those days driving home from like, getting back from like a sporting event in Hite. That's like the only time you ever hear those, It's like, who is
You're listening to the Super Morning Drive on KTF.
Dude, it was cool. back when I worked for the airport this summer,
You
my
work for
boss.
the airport?
I worked for the Houston airport system this summer. Yeah, last summer.
Yeah.
I was an internal communications intern. What I mean, I guess I did do a lot of like video production for them. I made like intern video for them, and then like a senior management video. So after I told them I was in RTF, they're like, "Oh my gosh, come do all this stuff." Blah, blah, blah. Which is funny. I met another lady there. She was RTF. She was like an actor in RTF back in like the 80s or something. And now she's working like human resources at the airport. So,
I mean, yeah, college degree, you know, it doesn't always matter.
yeah.
What's okay, wait, actually, what's your favorite Adobe like software and why? If you could just have one.
If I could just have one. What?
He's used to just having the whole suite.
Yeah, right?
Creative
honestly, I'm a big fan of Illustrator.
Really?
I really like
Illustrator.
Just because, like, I don't know, I like the idea of vector art and how cool it is, and
Yeah.
you can just make it as big as you want. You can expand it. I don't know.
Yeah, you can put it on a billboard, like.
The Miller Lite thing behind you is that was done in. It's on the. That was done in Adobe Illustrator.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
You just had it printed.
I don't know. I just like it. Yeah, I had it printed at the Fine Arts Library. Second
cool.
one.
Tom, you use Illustrator, right? That's like what you use.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. That's the only one I really know how to use.
I don't know. It's cool.
I've never really opened that.
Also, I like Premiere too. Premiere's dope.
I love Premiere.
And After Effects and Photoshop. I don't know. I like all of them. They're
Photoshop
great.
Or Lightroom.
Wait, what?
Photoshop or Lightroom?
Oh, sorry.
Sound man.
I forgot about Lightroom. I love Lightroom too. That's like my whole workflow when editing pictures is through Lightroom.
Really?
Well, actually, okay. So I will import. It's super easy to import stuff through Lightroom, and it like.
Oh yeah, like puts it all together, right?
And it organizes the stuff in folders, and like with the date and stuff. So I do that, and then I like import everything. I color correct stuff, and then I export it to Photoshop, and I put that white frame around it for my Instagram. So that's the only time I really use Photoshop.
Do you like just for the white? Like just the border, basically.
Pretty much.
Interesting. Yeah, because Lightroom, I mean, to me, Lightroom's more intuitive. Photoshop is like convoluted almost, if that makes sense.
There's a lot to do with Photoshop. There's a lot of stuff in that.
And Lightroom is it's like just more.
It's like
dealing with the actual picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Photoshop, you can make something from scratch, you know.
Hi, Alec. Man, this is great. I would sit here all day if I could.
Tell us about what was the Harley thing you did?
Oh, that was great. I love that. That was so much fun. So last summer.
Okay, yeah.
I was still looking for a summer internship. I don't know. Wasn't having any luck. And my mom sends me this news article about Harley Davidson was looking for college students to ride around America on a Harley and do like social media stuff. I think that's kind of what I got from it. So I didn't know. So for the submission, you could do anything you wanted, I guess. And so I don't know. I was trying to figure out what to do. I was sitting in my room. I was like brainstorming with Alex and Grayson. And we were just talking about. I think it was Grayson. He was like, "Dude, why don't you just like drive up there and turn it in?" Like, that sounds awesome. I mean, I have like a week to do it. I mean, so that was during finals, and I only had, I think, one final. The rest were projects I could turn in remotely. So I was able to get up and leave in the middle of finals and go. And one of my friends, he just graduated. His name's Alex Cook, and he could just drop everything and leave too. He already had a job lined up and everything. And so he's like, "Yeah, I'll go," because he wanted Chicago. On our way up there, we stopped at Chicago, and he really wanted to do that. So what I did, I made like a video campaign kind of thing. You can check it out on jphite.com /forging freedom. So we left. I don't know. I don't remember the date. We left. We left like, I don't know, 4 a.m. Drove to Oklahoma. Stopped in Depew. That's like where one of the biggest biker rallies was at the time. And it was a Sunday actually. That's what it was. And so we stopped there, and it was like the tail end of the weekend, tail end of the rally. And pretty much everyone was packing up and leaving. So we got like a couple interviews there. Stayed in Norman with a couple of my buddies at OU. They graciously hosted us. Yeah, wearing my UT shirt everywhere.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Then the next day, then we drove to Chicago. Love Chicago, great place.
Tell us about what is it like Lou Malnati's and your email to them and what they said back.
It was what was
Gino's East, right?
Gino's East. Yeah, I emailed the manager like, hey, I'm making a video for Harley Davidson. Can you do you have time to talk about Gino's East or something? And so I interviewed him. I went there, interviewed him, got like a bunch of B-roll from the place and everything. And then I told him, oh yeah, I was gonna make a video like with all your stuff and everything, like for Gino's East, so you can put it on your social media and stuff like that. Never did that. Kind of like left him in the dust. I kind of feel bad. Now it's been like
almost
a year, like a year and a half, I think. Still haven't done it. He emailed me like 3 months after I was there, and he's like, "Oh, so I remember you speaking of like a video that you were gonna make for me." Didn't reply. I don't know, I guess I was just like salty I didn't get the Harley Davidson thing. So that was.
Yeah, well, and if you had got it, what?
It's just too late to do it now. I don't know. That'd be weird.
Yeah. Tom, what is Lou Malnati's or Gino's East? What's the better pizza?
I can't.
I know you're not a deep dish. Yeah.
Not a deep dish fan.
No.
I mean,
probably Gino's. Probably Gino's East.
Have you had it?
Yeah, I've had it. I've had Gino's East, Lou's, and Giordano's. It's the other big one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, another bad thing about the thing, he gave us like a bunch of free pizzas too.
Holy. Oh.
He's an avid listener of this podcast.
I'm gonna send it to him.
Yeah, there we go.
Be like, hey, we punked you.
We're gonna tag Gino's East in the Instagram post.
What it sucks, I got a lot of cool B-roll too. So.
Yeah. So talk about like, I don't know how you. Well, so okay, where does the interest in photography come from? Just because it's cool, like
Peter Hite, my father, he went to school for photography. I think he went to grad school for it too. Yeah, he's just been taking pictures all my life. What's funny, he like now all he does is use his iPhone to take pictures, which is
Really?
great. He just always at family gatherings, if he sees something cool, he'll just take a picture of it, and he has no shame. Like it'll be up, like we'll stop in the middle of the road, he'll just like stop and take a picture of it. I don't know.
What does he have?
Wait, what?
What does he have? A 10X or an iPhone X or iPhone 10 or?
I couldn't tell you. Probably like a 7
or
or 8 or something. Not like, I don't think he has the one without the button. I think he has a button.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure. But it's big.
Yeah, because like if you had portrait mode, then it'd really,
Yeah, portrait mode's
Not a fan of portrait mode, actually.
Really?
Because
hot take.
I just don't like it. I don't know.
What's wrong with it?
I feel like all it does is blur out the background. It doesn't like.
I feel like it makes it super clear.
Yeah, it's fine, but it doesn't. So with a camera, it's supposed to like get fuzzier and fuzzier or blurrier and blurrier. It just like a solid like one kind of blur around the person or whatever.
Yeah.
So. I don't know.
Do you shoot in like RAW whenever you're shooting just regularly? Yeah.
RAW. Go dog.
This is the most aggressive episode we've had by far.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Sound man.
Yeah, for real. And I'm gonna leave that in.
But for the Daily Texan, we have to shoot, which I'm, but what's cool with my camera, it'll shoot RAW and JPEG at the same time, so that's cool.
Oh wait, you have to shoot JPEG? Is that what you said? That sucks.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not that big a deal because like when you see it, it's printed on paper and it's like pretty low quality. So
Give us some tips that like anybody could apply to like take a step up for their Instagram game.
So when I try to take pictures, I always try to get a unique angle. I don't know. It's just something different than what other people do. Like with the blue door, you know, at UT, everyone takes a picture in front of it. They're just like it's always like close up and like people are just smiling or blowing glitter or whatever. I don't know. I just like when I took a picture of that, I was like, I don't know, 100 yards away, just so I can get like the whole thing and make the blue door stand out.
Right.
I don't know. Or like today when I was, there it is.
JPHite.photo on Instagram, people.
I'm
How
really
many followers are
missing
you working with right now? 1,800?
5,000, 20,000. Peter McKinnon, holler at me.
Peter.
No, it's like, I don't know. I've like 800 or something like that.
No biggie.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
On the photo account, you know, not even the personal.
Yeah.
I made it onto the. I was one of the first on there, I think.
Yeah. Oh no, Tom, you were my first client.
Oh, here it is.
First client.
That boy. Yeah.
Look at the.
I guess.
JP, I think this. Did you just take that in portrait mode?
Yeah, exactly.
That one of Tom. It's almost like a steady blur in that picture.
No, he brought out all the stops on our photo shoot.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm excited for my grad pictures. I need to get my teeth whitened probably. Actually, you could just do that. Yeah, just do it in post. So like, if somebody was, how good is Lightroom if you just have like an iPhone picture and you just airdrop to yourself?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Because
such a long pause for such a.
I mean, I'm just trying to think.
It's a horrible answer in such a long pause.
Oh no, I've never done it. Oh my gosh.
I don't think it would be that good. I mean,
yeah, because
the thing is, when you shoot RAW, that's what I mean with an actual camera, you can get like manipulate the image so much. Versus, I don't even know what an iPhone shoots. Like I couldn't tell you. So,
wait, yeah,
you just get a lot more color and like contrast out of shooting it RAW. Right. There's a lot more information there that you can work with. For sure.
You think portrait? I mean, I'd be interested to see like file sizes in like portrait mode versus like a regular iPhone 8 or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I was actually Carl was showing me a video of him doing a backflip for cheer or something. Mm-hmm. I was super impressed with the video. It shot at 4K at 60 frames per second. I was super impressed with that.
Wow.
That's what my camera does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess like $1,000 camera. That's how much. That's the max I can do. I don't know. It's cool.
How much better is like a DSLR than an iPhone? Is it really? I mean, unless you know what you're doing, is it really that big?
Not really. No. I mean, it's just crisper. I would say it's a little bit. It matters in the megapixels, I guess. I mean, what an iPhone camera is like, what, 12 megapixels, or is it more than that?
I have
no idea.
But like megapixels today, I feel like they've just skyrocketed in the last like 5 years. Mm-hmm. You know, to where it's like now it's what I think. I mean, in my humble opinion, of a photographer is just that DSLR, like being able to shoot RAW, is like the big,
It's a very humble opinion there, people.
It's a differentiating factor, right?
Also, I would say, like with the portrait mode now, that does make it look a lot more professional. Because you used to, like, when you had to take a picture with an iPhone, you didn't get that blur in the background. You didn't have
Right.
Yeah, you'd have like a wide depth of field, so you could see every detail. But
Uh-huh.
now, I mean, with portrait mode, it's like, why
It's
do I even have
focused.
this? Like, why do I even have like this expensive camera? So
Right.
when you can just do it on an iPhone. But
Even though you're not a fan, you
not a
still
fan.
have respect for it.
I'm not a fan. I have respect though. Yeah.
That's good. I mean, you respect the game, you know?
Yeah. I also think it's funny, like, sometimes when you shoot, like, have you seen it where you shoot, like, a glass? Or have you seen pictures of it? Or, like, a wine glass or something, and it, like, cuts off the top, and the top looks blurry?
No,
You know
I
what I'm
haven't seen
talking about?
Kind of want to
Sometimes
look
it
that
does
up,
that.
though.
Yeah. Jamie, pull that up.
What? I mean, does it frustrate you, like, seeing, like just people post, like, just terrible pictures, and you're like, you could just very easily just clicked on the screen and, like, focused it, or does it really not bother you?
No, not really. Nah.
Do
I don't know.
selfies
I think
frustrate you?
those what?
Do selfies frustrate you?
I mean, I personally wouldn't do it. I hate it, but I wouldn't say it bothers me.
Yeah,
You're not a big
sure.
selfie guy?
No, not really. I mean, even though, okay, well, this is kind of hypocritical. I do have a whole Facebook album of me having selfies, so
That's true.
no, I don't know. Yeah, freaking.
Do you have any like any favorite gadgets?
Oh, I have an idea.
I mean, I gotta. Is it the? Are you thinking about the gimbal?
Yeah, of course.
That thing's great. I have a gimbal, which is, I don't know, for people that don't know what it is. It's like a stabilizer for cameras, pretty much, and it makes your footage look like super smooth. So it doesn't, it's not shaky at all. It's like this big contraption thing. Wait, boss, do you have it in there?
Let's see.
But I got one for my iPhone because I didn't have a camera at the time. I don't think it's like $90 or something like that. And it just like clamps onto your iPhone, and you can just like, I don't know. It works good. I like it. But
It is a game changer for sure. I mean, this whole like setup, it's
like electronic, so it balances itself. And
Oh.
It's dope. I used it for that one promo video, and
Yeah, I remember that. And I could tell right away.
So clean. Well, I actually used it for a couple promo videos, and it was just dirty clean.
But I'm in the market for one for my camera. Actually, there's another thing called a Steadicam, which is not electronic at all. It's all like has to do with counterweights. So those are a lot cheaper than an electronic, like, professional gimbal. Those are like, a nice one could be like $600 or $700. But the Steadicam, I don't know, a couple $100. So I don't know. I'm debating between which one to get.
But is that one of the like those braces that kind of go over the shoulders too, so you can.
Those are like the super high professional ones, like a movie camera. The one I'm talking, it looks like a stick. That's what I'm talking about. But no, I've seen like behind the scenes footage of Steadicam stuff, and those things are like heavy duty. Like it's a whole like harness that you're wearing, and like arm braces just to hold this camera. But it's like super fluid once they move it. It's crazy. So.
Man, I meant to ask. I had a question. I lost it though. I know that doesn't help anybody. Where was this?
Oh, that is a new art installation on 2nd and Brazos. It's like this. I forgot what it's called. It's on this corner of a parking garage. It's like, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Let me see if I have like a better picture of it. It's, I don't know.
How often do you go to like the Blanton?
I've never been.
Really?
Yeah, never been to Bland.
Were you
So,
expecting like, every week or something like that?
Doesn't it cost money though?
No.
No, it's free.
I
What?
go. I mean, I go somewhat regularly, like
Really?
probably once a semester.
I'm that way with the Ransom Center
I've
because
never
I
been.
didn't know the Bland was free.
Let's let's go on a date to. We'll go to the ransom center.
You haven't been to the Ransom Center?
No, I've never
The
been.
first photograph ever
Yeah,
in the
I've never
Really?
Gutenberg
seen it.
Bible? Yeah, it's the
I've seen a
first
picture of
photograph
the
ever.
first photograph,
It's
but
crazy.
it's
Honestly,
What
it's
is
actually
not.
that?
guys. They're
It's
holding
not
the
much to
camera
see.
facing
Yeah.
themselves.
Wait, wait, what?
No, it's a selfie.
Oh.
And then we can go to Blanton because you didn't have to take like a art history class or anything and go to the Blanton.
No,
I had to
Hmm.
go to the
Probably-
Blanton for the UGS class.
really. For my U.S. history class, no, U.S. history class, I had to go to the what's the one with the movie theater?
Bob
The
Bullock.
Union.
Yeah, the Bullock. I had to go to the Bullock Museum. But that's the only-
Union.
No,
Oh, yeah.
there's a movie theater in there.
Have you been to one of the movies put on by
No,
the?
that's another thing. I'm graduating in a couple months and I still haven't been.
Yeah, I never went.
Have you been? It's all right.
Once I saw Blade Runner, the old one. Not a fan.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. This is fine. The thing is, so they
JP, you don't like you have odd opinions on the things that like I don't think that you would have opinions on, and then like
I don't know. I
like
mean,
portrait mode, and then I'm just learning a lot. This is good.
so on Wednesday nights they screen old movies,
Hmm.
not like movies that recently came out. So anywhere from like I don't know Blade Runner to
Yeah.
like I don't think they showed The Godfather. I don't know, but so that's on Wednesday nights, and on Thursday night, so movies from like that was in the movie theater like in the past month or something like that.
Right.
So
Yeah,
when
I know
Kenzie,
they played those.
yeah, Kenzie and I saw Blade Runner on Wednesday night, the old one, and then our plan was to go see the new one because they were screening the new one on the Thursday night, and I did not. I hated the old Blade Runner so much. I didn't want to see the new one at all. It's like this is stupid.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, I was gonna say earlier the classic campus tour guide joke. This is like for all colleges. Is whenever you go past the art museum, you're like cheapest date on campus right there, free. Take somebody to go look at art. You're cultured.
Yeah,
Terrible.
right. I have been into the Ellsworth Kelly chapel thing though. That's pretty
What's
cool.
that?
That's the big white structure right outside the Blanton with like the stained
Oh
glass
yeah,
windows.
yeah.
Cool.
Have you ever been into the Littlefield house?
Have not. It
Are
looks
people
cool.
out there?
I don't know.
Does anything go on in there?
No idea. I mean,
I
you
think
probably rent it out.
events. Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
have events there. But there's like a urban myth about like the Littlefield wife still haunts it or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I heard a tour guide. I was walking by it the other day, and tour guide was like, "Oh, people say she still plays the piano upstairs, but I've never seen it." Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you're in there so often.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't. I would like to go in there though. So
You believe
I'm
in
gonna look it up.
you don't believe in hauntings, JP?
no. Okay, since the rise of like cell phones, the amount of ghosts that people have seen has gone down significantly. So
Really?
yeah, no, I
What
don't
about
believe in ghosts.
what about those like ghost hunter shows where they bring out
Those are
the
dumb.
special
funny.
equipment?
Those are so dumb. Like ghosts aren't real. Like why have a whole? That's the funny thing is Kenzie and she said her and her dad used to like love those shows and watch them all the time just because like how stupid they are. But it's funny. Post Malone like really likes that show. I think he was on it once. Or
Yeah,
something.
his
He was
favorite
on it?
restaurant's also Olive Garden.
He what?
His favorite restaurant's Olive Garden.
I 100% believe that.
It is. I mean,
Yeah, it
That's
is.
so funny. Jeez.
honestly, I could go for some Olive Garden. Uh,
Cool times.
so yeah, you can rent out the Littlefield house. Also, on Thursday, April 11th, the Union is showing Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse. So
What? Boss and I were
Yeah.
we were just talking about this before.
yeah, before you got on, we were talking about the Into the Spideyverse movie.
I heard it was great. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it
So
too.
crowded, though.
Date night part 2.
Day night
Oh wait, it's
part-
crowded. Is that what you
Wait,
said?
when is it? A Thursday night?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really Kenzie's birthday. Tom, you're
Oh
invited.
really?
I have a birthday party at Perp House. Tom, you can fly
Oh
in.
wait, wait. Is that this Thursday?
Yeah.
Holy smokes! I totally forgot. Oh
I
my
mean-
gosh. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
What?
My brother
Your
has
world
a
just
show
comes
that.
crashing down.
Well, no, my brother has a show that day. My parents are going to be in town, but
Dude, have him come
the
by.
the party's not till later. Yeah, just have my parents there with
like that. That'd be
20.
Oh, that'd be good. My parents will be there too, like because they're coming into town, and the house will be clean for the party, so it'll look fine.
Oh, very nice. Well, my parents have seen it when it's just been absolutely destroyed. So
Yeah.
my parents have seen it at the worst. Our yard looks terrible this morning. Have you
Yard.
seen it?
No,
The
I guess.
yeah. So okay, if everybody hasn't picked up on this already, JP and I are roommates. We share bunk beds.
That's my artwork. I did that in the background. Everyone.
Yeah, I've been piggybacking off of JP's artwork. I actually have my back to his workstation, so it's like it looks good for like my camera, but
There you go.
I'm sorry,
I
I
guess-
don't have anything up. I work here enough. I should have stuff up. But
You can steal some of my stuff. It's cool.
we need to start making like bro dates a thing. I don't know why that's not a thing, dude. Just the broskies, going to the Blanton.
The broskies go to NOLA.
We did take like a weekend just for us.
That was
Okay,
great.
but to bring it back to kind of RTF type of stuff, there's a big thing about like Scorsese. I think this was at like the Oscars, maybe. What award was recently? Oscars?
Wait, I have no idea.
What?
No, it was the cat. Is there a difference between the Academy Awards and the Golden Globes
I don't know.
and the Oscars? Like, what's the difference between those
Well,
three?
I thought the Academy Awards was like an umbrella term
Yeah,
until
I
recently.
think yeah. No, I think it's the
It's
umbrella term for all.
the
of
one
those
for
things.
music, the one for TV. Or actually, TV
That,
and movies are
music's Grammys.
the Grammy.
Yeah. Tony
Oscars,
is
Tony is like plays, right?
right.
Yeah.
The
Oscar,
Oscar-
I don't know
Grammy.
what's for
Oh,
TV.
Emmy.
What's the
Emmys,
Golden
yeah.
Globe?
Emmy's for TV, right?
Acting maybe? I don't know.
What, the Golden Globes?
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
that for? Or is that just like a
that
tier?
TV?
Is that a no? It might be like a tier down from like the Oscars.
Because they do
Maybe.
the TV and the movie awards on the same night, don't they?
I think the Golden Globes are kind of like Teen Choice Awards.
That's the most. I love that.
That's the most
That was
prestigious
great.
of them all.
Yes, I would love to have one.
Dude, whenever I was a kid, my goal in life was just to get slimed. That's like all I wanted. You can't tell me that you weren't like, oh my gosh,
yeah, that was
Every
fun.
kid wanted to get slimed.
That's so funny.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what the heck.
The
I need to
Golden
pull up
Globes are
clips.
basically the Teen Choice Awards.
That's hilarious. So,
Okay, what were you
anyways,
saying about that, though? The one that was just
I think it was the Oscars. Like Scorsese had this whole issue with like Netflix basically winning a lot of Oscars because it's not like classical film in some respects. It's like this new, yeah, and it doesn't like go through the channels that like typical films go through. I mean, where do you see like disruption and like, do you have any takes on that?
I think people should be able to do whatever they want. Who cares?
You're pretty liberal as far as
Oh yeah.
some media again.
I don't know.
Do you
Angry to be
have a
angry.
news source of choice?
I knew what.
A news source other than the Daily Texan?
I'm so behind on the Reddit, probably. That's my news
Reddit?
source. Yeah.
I knew you were a big Reddit guy.
I love
I
Reddit. It's
totally
great.
forgot.
Probably
R-JP Hite. But check it out.
Yeah. That's where I get all my info from. I don't know, Reddit's pretty liberal. Not gonna
Really?
lie. Yeah.
There have to be like conservative threads and stuff. I really don't go on Reddit.
Are the Donald? Yeah, that's like, yeah, that's funny.
Galindo takes all his investing advice from r/Wall Street Bets.
That's so
You
funny.
see some wild portfolio swings. We were talking about that last show.
Some wild.
Man.
Yeah, I think he on one stock he lost like 60%. Like he invested in the stock and it just tanked. And it was an R-Wall Street Bet stock. But
There you go.
what? Give us some like good Reddit threads for people to check out. Prequel memes is a good one.
I like that. So I follow a bunch of like photography ones. There's so I use a Sony camera, and there's like a whole subreddit of like Sony pictures, which I really like. Just go and see what other people make based off the same gear I use. Let me go through. I don't know. I love Reddit. I'm a big hip hop heads subscriber. I love that. Big into hip hop.
What? Okay.
That's funny.
Also, like, okay, do you have any editing apps on your? Oh, you have the whole Adobe Suite on your phone,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I use that when I'm in a bind.
Yeah. When you're in a bind, you gotta post it on the go to let the followers know what you're up to.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
CFC. Sorry, I'm keep going on Reddit.
CFP.
That's great. Big fan of that.
Like bookmark them. Work.
The what?
You just bookmark them and then you can like just
so
go into it.
I use it's Apollo, no ads.
Oh,
Right there.
yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have any ads, and it's like a lot more friendly than I think than the Reddit thing. But yeah, so my favorites I have are Analog, which is all film.
Mm-hmm.
Free. Are UT Austin. Really interesting. I like that one. Just to like browse it every once in a while. And then R Kanye, like a shit show.
Oh my gosh.
That is so funny. That's like some of the funniest stuff of
R Kanye?
R Kanye. It's just stupid. Like the stuff people put out. Like that the Little Pump and Drake and Josh thing I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, they love that on that subreddit.
That blew up on Reddit.
Yeah, it blew up on that. Like, ate it up. It was so funny. But yeah.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna have to cut that out.
A lot of dead air right there.
Thank God we're not.
Dude, no, you'd be surprised when I work for the Liberal Arts Development Studio, and I help broadcast online classes.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that at all. I totally forgot about that.
Okay. Hello everyone out there. I work for it's called LATES, Liberal Arts Instructional Technology. Yeah, that. And that's like a huge like umbrella for pretty much all the AV in classrooms, the part I'm in, like development. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it's weird. There's just like a huge
for like department. The whole school.
Yeah, for the whole school, and each building has all this stuff like tech support.
Wait, is it for the whole school or for liberal arts?
Whole school.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Even though it's called liberal arts.
Yeah, it just like services everything. But so the section I'm in it's the development studio, and so there's two types of online classes at UT. I don't know, I'm sure y'all taken just like a go at your own pace online class, and then a live broadcasted online class. That's where you have to sign in at a time and like you stream the show or the lecture. And so I help with that part. We have our own studio, have like a 3-camera setup with like teleprompters and stuff like that. And professors just lecture. So, what I was saying, you would be surprised how many times and how awkward professors are on air.
Really?
Just like pause for a little bit, just like a couple like 5 seconds, and then they like get to their next point. It's weird, but and like so, what I'm doing for your so I don't know if you know this, Tom, but I'm a technical director for human sexuality, which Jacob's taking right now, and so I'm the guy that's like in the back. I'm live switching between all the camera angles. I'm like communicating with the cameraman. Like, oh, can you fix the camera too? Can you like open up the aperture or whatever?
You're working the motherboard.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like this big switcher. It's probably like he probably can't. I don't know. It's bad.
Yeah, you're out of the screen, and this isn't going to translate well to Spotify either.
I'll just describe it. Yeah, it's fine. No, it's like this big switcher, and you just toggle between the camera shots and like the PowerPoint presentations the lecturer has, and between videos and clips and stuff like that. So really cool.
Every time JP messes up, I know, and then he comes back. He's like, "Did you see this?"
Was JP behind the camera for psych?
Have you done a psych class?
I did one last semester. It was like 306 or something like that.
Yeah, we did. We took Psych 301 that was pre-recorded, like last spring.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot.
I did a psych class. Yes, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it wasn't our class. It was pre-recorded. Like it was before you even started working for them. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Okay. I did a childhood development one last semester, and then that was early in the morning. I hate just like early morning stuff.
Yeah.
Especially, okay, I would say being when you're a cameraman, that's like the most boring job there is there.
Yeah.
Out of all, so there's three jobs. Yeah, there's three jobs. There's the cameraman, there's the graphics person, and then the technical director, which I do for Jacob's class. But so the cameraman is pretty self-explanatory. You just point, shoot. I don't know. Pretty much like once you get the camera framed up, you can sit down. Like we have little stools we can sit down on, and just like make sure nothing goes wrong for the rest of class. And then the graphics, they're the person in charge of the PowerPoint, like toggling through the PowerPoints as the lecture goes through and playing the videos. But that one's good because that's in the back too. You're not like in the studio, so probably
what's like the dream for like any RTF major, like being the next Scorsese or?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
It depends on what
like the person's
doing. If they're like they want to be a producer or director or screenwriter, actor, all that jazz. But I imagine everyone there wants to make it big.
Well, yeah, of course.
But it just depends.
You're telling me the biggest thing that they don't want is to be the voice of their own radio station?
Everybody wants that. That's at the top of the list. They'll sell it for Scorsese, though.
For the afternoon drive, talk radio?
I remember what I was going to say when I was working for the airport. We visited the PBS news station in Houston and the radio people. And I met like one of the radio personalities. It was
super
cool.
Ugly.
No, I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe. He had a nice voice.
You gotta have a face for radio.
Yeah.
Like in person, it was a great voice. I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
I know because people can like go to school for that, like the radio voice. Mine's not well defined, but
no, you can do a good radio. Give us your radio voice, Jacob.
All right, look, I could, but
let's hear the radio voice.
You're now tuned in to We're All In podcast episode season. Yeah, see, I
like that. You have a better voice.
That was good.
I actually did the voiceover for the whole Harley thing. At first, I did it.
Yeah. Then I was like,
and then
I thought it was kind of weird that I had this random guy do this.
Some random.
Let's hear your radio voice.
My radio voice?
Yeah, let's hear your radio voice.
I'll do a sex hotline voice. That's probably.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh that's gonna be in my nightmares.
That's the intro clip.
That reminds me. Did you guys see the clip of Alex Jones on Joe Rogan when he was doing the Southerner voice? Yes, dude. That was so creepy. That was so creepy.
The Southern
God,
one. I have to check
doing
that.
that. He was like impersonating like the Virginia governor or something, but he was being so weird about it.
He sounded like Michael from The Office when they play the murder game or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He sounds just like that. I was like, this is weird.
After like a while, Joe Rogan was just like, "All right, you're really creeping me out with that voice, man." It was so.
Oh, another funny thing from that was them smoking weed. That was so funny.
Yeah. The difference for like between Alex Jones doing that and like Elon Musk is that like Alex Jones can literally just do whatever, you know. There's no repercussions, essentially.
Yeah, he's just a nutcase.
Since he's already kicked off basically every platform.
Have you seen InfoWars on campus at all? Ever?
No.
I saw him like a couple times.
You saw Alex Jones?
No, it was just like one of his interns.
Cronies.
His
Yeah.
cronies.
Yeah. But
The man, what I mean, how did he start? Like how did that site get so big?
I think he's just been producing content for a long time.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, and I think he kind of figured it out, like be super, like polarizing and controversial, and then
Right.
it'll
And
just
people Did you so I'm interested what you guys think. I mean, I didn't watch the episode or the Joe Rogan podcast with Jack, the Twitter CEO. Did you guys check that one
I
out?
saw a few clips.
Did you see the clip? Like, because I haven't seen this clip, but I want to see it about like asking about why Joe Rogan was kicked off, but like Antifa is still on like Twitter.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't know Joe Rogan was kicked off ever.
I didn't know that either.
Well, no, it might not be Joe Rogan, but it's like some like alt-right, like conservative thing. And then there's like some crazy alt-left, like Violence is Good organization that's still on. I think it's
There was one clip I saw where they were talking about how Milo was banned.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh,
That's
really?
Yeah, he was banned a while ago, I think.
I don't know what Milo. Who Milo
What do you
is.
do? Just being.
He was like, I know one of the things was he was saying terrible things about Leslie Jones, the actress, the SNL person too.
Yeah, I mean that'll do it. Like if you're like being abusive.
Oh, he also like faked tweets or something. He like faked tweets from another account and reposted them or something like that. It was weird.
Like KD.
Yeah, he just has troll accounts.
So funny.
Troll
I can't imagine being famous and having like secret accounts to do
A burner account.
Yeah, like why?
Well, Anthony Jeselnik, I was watching like a clip of him getting interviewed. You know who that is? He's like a super polarizing comedian. He talks about like the worst things. Like if there's ever like anything that you're not supposed to make a joke about it, he's the one that's like makes about it.
Okay.
Like he made a joke like 2 weeks after like that kid died at Disney. Like he made a joke about it at a show.
Oh God.
People were upset.
Oh,
but
Lord.
yeah, but he talks about like he's like if people just tweet me and they're like I hate you, then that like builds me up. But if people tweet me and they're like, hey, like I like you, but these 3 jokes just like were flat. He's like that actually like hurts more than
That gets him.
just saying I hate you.
Yeah, I bet it.
Yeah.
Because then it's like your content just wasn't good, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he has a certain goal, and then like that's funny. It just like sucks, I guess.
You need to start making more polarizing content, JP. I think that's how we blow up. You know what?
Honestly.
We've been babied in the campus culture.
Yeah.
We need to start lighting some fires.
Start being like a YC.
Get Tom kicked out of med school.
Yeah. Woo.
Before it even starts.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna like tie a bunch of clips of Tom saying stuff together and make it sound like
Oh my God, that makes me think of that one Jordan Peterson video where he's like talking to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Jordan Peterson versus Peter Jordanson?
Yeah, that's what it was. JP, have you seen that?
Uh-uh.
Do you watch Jordan Peterson at all?
No.
Okay.
I have his book that I've been like a third of the way through.
You're not even close to a third of the way through.
A fifth, a sixth. I don't know.
I just looked back and looked at it.
I haven't read it. Last time I had it was, I don't know, January. That's the last time I read.
Yeah, I need to go back and reread it. I need some rules from my life to.
He's coming out with another one. Did you hear that?
What is it?
He's coming out with another one in, I think he said January of 2020. It's 12 more rules. I think it's what it's called.
Cool.
Yeah.
I heard this thing that was basically like, it's not about like books doing well, but like writing books basically gives you like clout, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can say, oh, I've written 3 books, and then people would be like more interested in hearing like what you have to say.
That seems hard to write a book.
Exactly. I've thought about it. I would definitely have a ghostwriter.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, Art of the Deal had a ghostwriter.
I didn't know that. Huh.
I think most like most biographies are ghostwritten.
Yeah, I can see that. It just seems it's a lot of stuff to say.
You gotta figure most business books by like I wonder if Gary Vee writes his own books.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or if he
I can't imagine him actually sitting down and writing.
Yeah.
I can't even write like a 10-page paper.
I know. Same. That's why I would have to have somebody like. But also like they make your words sound better than they do coming out of like if you were to type them, right? So
That's true.
Because Donald Trump couldn't have written Art of the Deal and made it sound as good as it did,
I mean, maybe it's more of a thing like you just pretty much just say your thoughts in like a micro or a recorder and just give it to a writer. Be like, hey, make this into a book.
Oh, is that a thing?
I think so. I mean,
I
think for some people, like they're like initially when they're writing a book, that's like one of the first things they do, just like get all their ideas and thoughts like out, just because it's a lot faster than like sitting there typing, and it's just a lot easier to just be like, I don't know, talking about what you want to talk about for your book.
What did I? Oh wait, did you guys see the Joe Rogan with Dr. Phil?
No.
I saw parts of it.
So I saw the first like 30 minutes, and he was talking about how people think at like 1,000 words or 10,000 words a minute, then we speak at like 100 or 500 or something words a minute. And he's like, there's such a crazy lapse there between how fast you think and how fast you talk, because you can just pause for 3 seconds and go through like a bunch of different branches of potential conversations, right? Yeah. Like consciously, and then what comes out is not.
That's what happens to me. Sometimes when I'm like talking to someone, I just think about how to say something, and I'm just like I have all these different variations of like the sentence in my head, and I'm just what the fuck should I say? Oh, beep,
like
sorry.
What's the is Lightroom any good with an iPhone? I don't know. That's a classic. I'm gonna leave that pause in just because that was.
Jake and I both like eagerly waiting for some like beautiful words of wisdom.
Yeah, I was gonna like write down some editing tips, and then you're like, oh, I don't know.
You should try it.
What's any tips for people that are interested in radio, television, film that might be post-grad or maybe like content creation tips or anything like that?
I would say the thing is, in the film history class that I'm taking right now is probably what I've learned the most in, just because all the different things we've seen and like all the different styles of certain directors, that has helped me out a lot. Just with generating ideas on my own or thinking about things different ways and helping, I don't know, try to find a style.
Sure.
I guess.
Like for yourself.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I would say just like watch all you're
Like
interested,
consume
whether it's
media.
like, yeah, consume media for sure.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, people, you can steal ideas. It's fine.
Oh yeah,
No
for
one's
sure.
gonna. I mean, I don't know how it works, but maybe if you're big, maybe you shouldn't steal like
Well, I
ideas.
saw a
Like,
video recently talking about how like there's constantly like two of the same movie being released. So like
uh,
Ants and Bugs Life were basically the same
yeah,
movie, and then Ants
yeah.
just tanked and Bugs Life made it. Um, and then Wicked, and then like Malevolent or whatever it was, were both like Snow White
Oh, I
movies,
know what you're talking about. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then they
yeah.
just got released at the same time. And it just goes on and on, like how many movies that are basically the same have been released, and only one takes off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because people do steal ideas, and that's basically where it comes
All the
from. Is
time. Yeah.
like you just think you can do something better, and then you just do it.
That's what I think it was Martin Scorsese's like mentor. When like the first film he made was like super bland, super like it was just boring and it wasn't
Right.
uh good. And the guy was like, um, now go make what you want to make. Like don't worry about anything else. Just go make something that you want to do.
Mm.
And I think my professor said, like, go ahead and copy people. Copying's great. Like, do exactly what copies. Just do exactly what you want to do and copy them.
Hmm.
But when you, sorry, there's I just TV's on the other room. But
Okay.
when you make a different creative decision that differs from what that person did,
Hmm.
that's how you help find your own style.
Okay. I
So that's a good piece of advice I got. I thought.
Yeah. I always think like, and for us doing this, and you said this kind of whenever we started doing this, was that like you just kind of have to go out there and just make stuff at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and that's most of it too. Because like there's a lot of video ideas that I have that I think would be super cool. But it's just about doing it, you know.
Yeah. It's
At the
another
end
a
of the day.
video I just watched with Peter McKinnon. He just released it, and he said, I mean, it's hard to produce stuff like every day, but you just
Right.
got to do it. You just got to get out there and do it. Yeah, like, just
Right.
like stick on a schedule. He said he tries to he releases videos like it's 2 or 3 times a week, like every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or something like that. And he
Hmm.
said as soon as he's done it before, and as soon as he like gets out of that rut or like gets or stops making a video and doesn't stick to the schedule, it's
Hmm.
super hard to like get back into
It's like
the
working
swing
out.
Yeah.
of things. Yeah, it's exactly like working out. As soon as you like stop, you're screwed.
Also, I mean, something that I've just seen like in life is it's easier to stay busy whenever you're busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's easier to just
Totally.
keep doing stuff whenever you are doing things, and then whenever you stop, I mean, it just gets hard, you know. I mean, right now, you
Yeah.
know, whenever there's like two things that you have to do and that's it for a week, it's easy just to sit around, you know.
Yeah, you put them off to the last second, right?
Right. Yeah, of course. Well, because a lot of that too, I also listened to a podcast recently about procrastination, and they basically said that procrastination is just not tying what you're doing to like the end result. So if you tied everything to the end result and like how that was going to improve your life or um, like benefit you in some way, then you wouldn't really procrastinate as bad because you just see it as like a meaningless task essentially, if that makes sense.
Mm. Right.
Uh,
Oh, that makes sense.
Peter McKinnon has 3 million subscribers. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and like the past couple of years, he just like blew up.
Yeah, well, I think he made a video about like how he did it.
Really, that's
Wow,
crazy.
yeah, January 17. I mean, he took
That's when he
off.
started.
No, he went
Oh,
from oh yeah, that's I guess that is kind of when he started. So in December of 2016, he had 200,000 monthly views, and then a month later he had 2 million monthly
oh
views.
my gosh. Oh,
And then
there was a video. It was in that same video I was just talking about how he was
mhm,
saying just like keep creating stuff. That's when he was just constantly like making stuff, and then he had a video was like 8 camera hacks or something like that, and that
right,
blew up, and that's why
right.
that's how he got big. It's through
Yeah.
like that video.
It's always that like one video that takes
Mhm.
you from like, whether it's like 1,000 subscribers to 3,000 or 18,000,
Yeah.
or like
And
500
I think it just
subscribers to
like
1,500
grows
subscribers.
exponentially after that.
No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you hit like
Yeah.
1K, I mean that's right.
I think it's kind of low. I don't know. Maybe.
What do you think? I mean, once you hit 10,
Yeah, maybe it's 10, 20. I don't know.
this is something I talk about a lot, just confirmation bias. So like we see the channels that do well, and we don't see the millions of channels that don't do well.
Yeah.
Like my channel, three subscribers.
We're all in.
We'll follow. Yeah.
What is your
Follow
channel?
for follow. I think it's just
Follow or follow.
Sub for
I
sub.
think I don't even know.
It's
Team
what,
follow
JP
back.
Hite?
Wait, what?
What is it? JP Height?
I think it's just JPI. I don't
I'm
even
gonna
know.
start.
I don't have many videos.
I was telling Tom I'm gonna start putting out videos on my own, like on my own thing. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
my
7
channel.
videos. Oh, 91 views.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 subscribers.
Oh man, you had that one video that has 475 views.
Getting crazy. Yeah. So
Sub for sub.
wait, what's like the notification thing? Oh, there it is. New
Oh, We're All In
subscribers.
has 5. I didn't realize that.
Coming for you.
We're growing.
Let me switch account. My rowing video has
Oh, there we go.
350 views.
Texas Crew Hot Novice.
Yeah, I have a video on my personal
Sorry.
channel from like middle school that has I think like 20-something thousand.
What?
Yeah,
What?
it's probably
Me
like a Halo.
explaining-
Like,
It's me explaining how to use a Punnett square for a biology class.
oh
And
No
it has
my
like
gosh.
20-something thousand views,
Also,
and
I
the
feel
comments
like-
are all like hate mail.
The same teacher goes back. They're like, "Hey, go leave bad remarks on this page."
That's funny. No, I met a guy at a wedding. I don't know when the wedding was. It was like in September. I was just like talking to him. I don't know, saying, "Oh, I like making videos, stuff like that." And he said he did too. And he has a YouTube channel, and one of his videos has like 120,000 views. I'm like, what the? How did that
Nice.
happen? Like, I feel like it's just like a kind of generic thing. It's like his was 20 random acts of kindness, and so
Oh,
for his
yeah.
20th birthday, he did 20 random things for just nice stuff.
Yeah,
The
that's
video's
cool.
like terrible quality, and it's like awful, but 120,000 people saw it, so that's cool.
Wait,
Stuff
the
like
video's
that
terrible?
I feel like goes viral all the time.
Yeah,
Wait, you're saying the video was terrible?
yeah.
Interesting.
Just because he's being nice, I guess. It's like 800.
That's why it was bad.
No, that's not what it was.
It was just the editing, like.
No, there's the quality of it.
Oh, also, we need you. I haven't talked to you about this yet, but would you be interested in doing mock-ups for the We're All In shirts?
Me?
Like the yeah,
Oh, yeah. I could do that.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll give you one.
Oh, that'd be sick.
So
I'd
make a
wear
dip.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about this today. I don't know why. Okay, Comfort Colors is like, it's soft and everything. Not the softest shirt. I guess kind
No,
of.
I agree.
It's
no,
not,
yeah.
it's all right.
It's just the way that it fits people.
Yeah, it's true. Mhm.
And honestly, it's kind of boxy. They're boxy shirts.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Know that
A Yeti
floppy,
shirt.
the floppy disc repair shirt I have. That's the softest shirt I have. I love it.
That looks like a Gildan shirt, dude.
I don't even know what it is. It's so soft though.
All the shirts that I have from Yeti are awesome. I mean,
That's my mom. She got me a Yeti shirt.
We're gonna get some high quality fabric for the We're All Ins.
I think we have to, so people will wear them.
Yeah. If you're listening to this right now, comment, DM us, and you'll get a free shirt.
Yeah, for sure.
How far in are we on this thing? I don't have the timer.
Hour 9.
Hour 9. Wait, how long
Did Chenille ever say anything when we shouted him out?
No, but that did just come out like a few days ago. Chenille, if you're listening, big shout out. If anybody's listening right now, DM us, free shirt. It's coming your way. Yeah.
Nice.
Anything
Yeah.
else? JP, words of wisdom for content creators out there everywhere.
Just make
Please.
sorry. Make
Sound
make
man.
cool. Not even. It doesn't even have to be cool stuff. Just make stuff. That's how you're gonna get good at things. Just keep on practicing and practicing, and eventually you'll find your own style, and it'll be cool.
How do you make
more
like
content you put out?
Yeah, you're
We need
bound to
like intros for the videos. I don't know like how to make like a good intro.
DJ
And then, like, starts all over the
Bossy
screen.
Boss.
Also, there's a really cool thing that I think Peter McKinnon does too. That's like the little Instagram tag pops up, and it's like the tagged in photo.
Those are easy to do.
Really?
After Effects, dude. After Effects is great.
Like,
Another great Adobe program.
I
endorse Adobe. Give me money now.
I've never used it.
It's great. Actually, I might like that more than Premiere.
Really?
I just haven't
What
used
is
it in a while.
What's the difference?
It's more like motion graphic stuff for you get a lot more what are those called? Keyframes. And it's a lot more friendly with that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Making things cooler.
What
I would say After Effects is like Illustrator and Photoshop is like Premiere, I guess. If that makes
really?
sense. I guess. I mean, yeah.
Huh. So like, I don't know. I actually never used Illustrator, so I can't. And I've only ever used Premiere, so I've never used After Effects either. So I'm pretty limited in my Adobe knowledge. I wanted to make a website with Dreamweaver, and then I opened it, and I was like, "Holy smokes!"
Yeah.
And you closed it right away.
Closed it right out.
Yeah.
Spark.
I don't respect stuff. Or I don't know what Spark is.
Create stunning graphics, web pages, and video stories in minutes. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver is the website.
Modern responsive websites.
It's insane. It's like coding and stuff. It's like
you opened it, just like an instant like head rush.
Yeah, I was like, all right, let's look at the one. It's more intuitive. There's like basically an intuitive one where you drag and drop, kind of like a Weebly type of thing. And then there's like the code, and I did like the cross, and I could not figure it out. I mean, I was only in it for like 5 minutes, but I couldn't figure out anything. So
yeah.
All right, Tom, any last thoughts here?
Not really. This has been a fun one.
Definitely different than our usual type of stuff.
I should have a lot of dead air on this episode.
Yeah, wait. Like combined, we probably have like 8 hours of sleep.
Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, first of all, I was like out last night and didn't realize it was daylight savings.
I didn't either.
Wait,
I woke
really?
up, I was like, what?
Yeah, so I was
Wait,
looking at my phone and it was like 1:45. Then the next thing, it's like 3 something. It goes.
We lost time, or do we have more time?
Yeah, it goes fast. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I had no
totally
idea.
forgot about that. Oh my gosh, I wasn't out as late as I thought. Wow. Cool.
Rad.
First time I watched.
All right, Jacob, what about you? Any last final thoughts?
No, I think, just to tie things together, just creating stuff is always positive. It's good to have somebody on the show that's like actually out there making stuff and making it happen. So yeah, be sure to like, rate, subscribe. JP, what are your handles one more time?
So personal Instagram is JP Hite. Photography Instagram, jphite.photo. I really screwed the pooch on not messing with the with the whole JPEG kind of JP, that whole thing, and I missed that opportunity. My website's jphite.com. I think everything's just like JP Hite. Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'm hilarious. So
Yeah, you're
have a good
actually
Twitter.
better. Urban Cowboy will never hear this, but you're better than he is.
I can't. In his room.
Yeah,
In
and
his chair.
his on it.
Wow.
Dunk
I'm
on
taking
him.
over.
Taking over. It's JP's world. We're
I'm
just
gonna
living
drink
in it.
Let's see if he sees this, and then he'll bitch it or
This is
be
bad.
mad at me.
It's like Pellegrino. It's like water.
From Whole Foods.
Like French water. Oh, Italian water. It's ridiculous.
All right,
Uh,
JP, send us home.
This is normal water.
Close us out.
All right.
Um,
Follow us at We're All In on YouTube, Instagram. Find us. We're now on Spotify, Google Play, and iTunes. At Tfuse or Fuss Buffon on Instagram and at Voss McCall on Instagram. If you're interested in our personal stuff. Thanks everybody for listening. This has been We're All In Season 2, Episode 4 with JP Hite talking about RTF. Thanks. We'll see you next week.